Good morning. Energy powers everything, our homes, cars, and industries. For nations, reliable energy is the backbone of survival and growth. Countries with abundant resources like Russia hold power. Those with huge demand, like China, seek partners. When these nations collaborate, they form alliances that can shift the global balance. Today, Russia is making a major move to boost energy exports to China, a strategic shift with global implications. We'll break down what LNG is, the engineering behind it, and the new Russia-China-India partnership. We'll also look at the challenges Russia faces, from sanctions to tough new energy frontiers. This is a story of technology, economics, and geopolitics that affects us all. So what is LNG? Liquefied natural gas, or LNG, is a form of natural gas that's been transformed to make it easier to move and store. But how does this transformation actually happen, and why is it so important in today's world? LNG is created by cooling natural gas to an extremely low temperature, minus 162 degrees Celsius. At this point, the gas condenses into a clear, colorless, and non-toxic liquid. This process is called liquefaction, and it's a technological marvel that allows us to handle natural gas in ways that were never possible before. When natural gas becomes a liquid, its volume shrinks by about 600 times. Imagine fitting 600 balloons worth of gas into a single balloon. That's how much space is saved. This dramatic reduction in size makes it far more practical to store and transport, especially over long distances and across oceans. Specialized LNG carriers, essentially giant floating thermoses, are designed to keep the liquid cold and stable as it travels thousands of kilometers. These ships are engineering feats in themselves, ensuring that the LNG stays at its ultra-low temperature until it reaches its destination. Once the LNG arrives, it's carefully warmed back up in regasification terminals, turning it back into its original gaseous state. From there, it's sent through pipelines to power homes, fuel factories, and generate electricity for entire cities. This entire system connects producers and consumers across continents, making natural gas a truly global commodity. LNG has opened up new trade routes and allowed countries to buy and sell energy regardless of geography. In the past, natural gas markets were limited by the reach of pipelines, which could only go so far and often stopped at national borders. Now, with LNG, even landlocked or distant countries can access this vital energy source. For example, Russia can now send its gas to customers in Asia, far beyond the reach of its traditional pipelines. This flexibility is especially important for fast-growing, energy-hungry nations like China and India. LNG gives them more options to secure reliable energy supplies, diversify their sources, and meet the demands of their booming populations and industries. The ability to move natural gas by sea has transformed the global energy landscape, making it more dynamic and interconnected than ever before. LNG is now a key player in international energy markets. That's why we're seeing massive investments in LNG infrastructure and mega projects around the world. These projects are at the heart of international energy strategy, shaping how countries plan for the future. Russia's new focus on LNG is a game changer, allowing it to reach new markets and shift the balance of global supply and demand. This move is reshaping the world's energy map. The ability to move gas anywhere in the world is not just about economics. It's also changing political alliances and competition between nations, as countries vie for influence and secure their energy futures. In short, LNG is the fuel that's connecting continents, powering economies, and transforming the way the world thinks about energy. Russia's energy ambitions center on two mega projects, Arctic LNG 2 and Sakhalin 2. These projects are not just massive in scale, but also represent the cutting edge of engineering and logistics in some of the world's harshest environments. They are at the heart of Russia's strategy to reshape its role in the global energy market, especially as demand for liquefied natural gas continues to rise across Asia and beyond. Arctic LNG 2, led by Novatek, is built on the frozen Gaidan Peninsula in the Russian Arctic. Here, temperatures can plunge to minus 50 degrees Celsius, making construction and operations a true test of human ingenuity and resilience. The remote location means every piece of equipment and material must be carefully transported, often over vast distances and through treacherous conditions. Its unique gravity-based structures are constructed near Murmansk, then towed and sunk in place, an engineering marvel. These massive modules, some weighing tens of thousands of tons, are assembled in controlled environments before being floated hundreds of kilometers to their final destination. This modular approach reduces risks and allows for year-round progress, even when the Arctic is locked in ice. The project aims to produce nearly 20 million tons of LNG annually, enough to power millions of homes and industries. This output will make Arctic LNG 2 one of the largest LNG projects in the world, significantly boosting Russia's export capacity and influence in the global energy market. On the Far East's Sakhalin Island, Sakhalin 2 has long supplied LNG to Asia-Pacific, producing over 11 million tons a year. It was Russia's first LNG export project and has established a reputation for reliability, with long-term contracts supplying countries like Japan, South Korea, and China. Both projects extract gas from harsh environments, process it, and ship it to Asian markets. The logistics are daunting, involving fleets of ice-class LNG carriers and advanced technology to ensure safe, efficient transport, even in the depths of winter. Arctic LNG 2 leverages the northern sea route, cutting shipping times to Asia as Arctic ice recedes. This new shipping corridor is transforming global trade routes, making Russian LNG more competitive and accessible to Asian buyers. These projects are Russia's ticket to becoming a top global LNG supplier. By expanding its reach, Russia is positioning itself as a key player in the energy transition, offering a reliable alternative to traditional suppliers. Sakhalin 2 is the established player. Arctic LNG 2 is the future. Together, they showcase Russia's ability to innovate and adapt, even under challenging geopolitical and environmental conditions. Together, they anchor Russia's pivot to Asia, forging new partnerships and strengthening economic ties with the region's fastest-growing economies. As the world's energy landscape evolves, these projects are engines driving a new era in global energy, with Russia at the forefront of the LNG revolution. Russia once sent most of its gas to Europe, but political tensions have pushed it to look east. Enter the pivot to Asia, a strategy to make China its top energy customer. China's booming economy and shift from coal to cleaner gas make it the perfect partner. Russia's LNG exports to China, especially from Arctic LNG 2 and Sakhalin 2, are already underway. This new energy axis aims to be as reliable as the old Europe connection. For Russia, it's economic stability and a powerful ally. For China, it's secure, cleaner energy. The partnership strengthens both countries and challenges the Western-led global order. It's a strategic realignment built on mutual need. The flow of Russian energy eastward is reshaping the map. Russia's energy pivot includes not just China, but India too. Together, these three form a powerful energy triangle, changing global markets. India's huge growing demand for energy makes it a natural partner for resource-rich Russia. Russia now supplies both oil and gas to China and India, often at competitive prices. This trade has flourished despite international pressure, binding the trio closer. Russia also helps India expand its nuclear power, notably at the Kudankulam plant. The partnership goes beyond fossil fuels. It's about long-term strategic cooperation. Increasingly, they settle energy trade in their own currencies, reducing reliance on the US dollar. This alliance is a major center of power outside the West. Their cooperation is shaping the future of the global economy and diplomacy. The Russia-China-India bloc is a force to watch. Russia's energy ambitions face big hurdles, chief among them, Western sanctions. Sanctions restrict access to finance, technology, and shipping, complicating projects like Arctic LNG 2. Some partners have pulled out, and finding buyers and shippers is a constant challenge. Sanctions force Russia to become more self-reliant, but raise costs and risks. There's also a geological challenge. Russia's easy oil and gas fields are declining. New production must come from hard-to-reach reserves in the Arctic and deep offshore. Extracting these resources is expensive and technologically demanding. Russia must innovate and invest heavily to maintain output. The combination of sanctions and tough geology is a true test of its energy superpower status. Russia is fighting back with new strategies. The government is offering tax breaks and incentives to make risky projects viable. Sanctions have spurred a push for homegrown technology and equipment. Russia is building its own ice-class LNG carriers to control shipping and avoid sanctions. Creative tactics like ship-to-ship transfers help get LNG to buyers worldwide. Financially, Russia is trading more in rubles, yuan, and rupees, bypassing the Western banking system. These moves reduce the impact of sanctions and boost self-sufficiency. It's a comprehensive strategy: tax reform, tech innovation, logistical creativity, and financial independence. Russia is determined to keep its energy industry strong, no matter the obstacles. LNG is just one part of Russia's energy playbook. The power of Siberia 2 pipeline could soon send Siberian gas directly to China, bypassing Europe. Negotiations are tough, but the strategic benefits are huge for both sides. Russia is also modernizing its domestic power grid, aiming to add 88 gigawatts of new capacity by 2042. Much of this will come from modern thermal plants, supporting industrial growth nationwide. Russia's energy strategy is broad: pipelines, LNG, nuclear, and power grids at home and abroad. It's not just a raw materials exporter, it's building complex infrastructure. From India's nuclear plants to new pipelines, Russia is leveraging its expertise everywhere. This multi-pronged approach secures its place as a global energy superpower. Russia's LNG push to China is more than just a business deal. It's a powerful signal that the world's energy landscape is shifting before our eyes. As Russia pivots eastward, it's not only seeking new markets, but also forging deeper strategic ties that could reshape global alliances for years to come. The emerging Russia-China-India energy axis is redrawing the global map, shifting the centers of economic and political power. These countries are building a network that could rival the influence of traditional Western energy markets, creating new opportunities and challenges for the rest of the world. This new alliance challenges the old Western-led order, creating a parallel system that's less vulnerable to outside pressure and sanctions. It's a move that could insulate these nations from global shocks, while also giving them more leverage in international negotiations. As energy flows increasingly move from west to east, we're seeing changes in global prices, investment decisions, and even the way countries think about their own energy security. The massive infrastructure projects and long-term contracts being built today will shape the next several decades, locking in new patterns of trade and cooperation that could be hard to reverse. These moves affect everyone, whether you're filling up your car, paying your heating bill, or watching global markets. Energy prices, international diplomacy, and the transition to cleaner fuels are all being influenced by these shifts. The decisions made in Moscow, Beijing, and New Delhi don't just stay local. They ripple across continents, impacting economies and daily lives everywhere. Understanding this dramatic pivot is key to understanding the future of global energy, and by extension, the future of our interconnected world. The world order is in flux, and the story of energy, who controls it, who needs it, and how it's traded, is at the very heart of these changes. One thing is certain: the future will look very different from today, and the choices being made right now will shape the world for generations to come.